Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and we are on block 11 of the Designer Mystery Block of the Month. Can you believe that? We only have one more month. And you can tell we only have one more month because I have 4 rows of this put together already. We just need block 12 to finish the 12th row. And then we're done. So, this is a beautiful block by Sherri McConnel and Chelsi Stratton. And I'll put their websites down below if you want to check it out. Here's what it looks like up close. And do you see it behind me? I actually have this upside down so I can show you the block. There it is right there. I have finished it and I have put it into the quilt. So next month I'm going to put the last row up there and we're going to have this whole thing complete. This has been a lot of fun to do. I call it my comfort blocks. I get them. They're not too hard. They're not too easy. The colors are very comforting and beautiful, and I get them done fairly quickly, and I feel good about myself when I get them done. So they're my comfort blocks each month. So this one's called Seashore, and I walked through how to do it. It's pretty quick because it's really not too hard at all. So that's what I'm going to do today. And you got the preview of the almost the entire quilt. You can only see 2 rows, I guess. I'll throw a picture up right now. I'll put it on my floor and take a picture of it, and I'll throw a picture in right now so you can see what it looks like with 4 rows put together. And hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you're new here, and you'll get to see what it looks like next month when I get it finished. The Designer Mystery Block of the Month is a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive, and it runs for 12 months. And you can't get this one right now, but when this is closed out, probably this summer is my guess, you'll be able to buy all the patterns together. If you find this quilt and you really like it, you can then probably purchase it at that time, and I'll let you know. And I'll let you know when this gets quilted also. But the 2023 Designer Mystery Block of the Month is coming up, and that's got some pretty colors in it too, and I'm signed up for that. And I think that starts in May. So we'll finish this one up, and if the supply comes in, we'll start right in with the 2023 Block of the Month. And I have a link to that down below too if you're interested. I also have a link to the fabrics. If you like the fabrics, there's lots of different quilt patterns for these type of fabrics. I think it's called the Nantucket Summer Collection. It's not in here. I think that's what it's called. So I'll have a link to that too down below. This one we're doing is called Seashore. It's by Sherri McConnel from aquiltinglife.com and Chelsi Stratton from chelsistratton.wordpress.com. And I've got all my pieces cut. Here's the leftovers, so you can see there's quite a bit of leftovers here. So you could almost do another block with these. But each of the block of the months have had about this much in leftovers, so it's going to be fun to see what I do with these afterwards. Let's see, let's start with the pieces. Our A piece is going to be in this large flying geese, and it's going to be paired with this C piece. Our B piece is the corners here. Our D and our G here are the little flying geeses in here. And then the, let's see, E is the corner of the center block. And then F and H are going to be paired to do this center right here. And so this isn't going to be too hard of a block to put together. We just have to put together our F and H with the snowball corners, these small flying geese and these large flying geese, and then we can put the whole block together. So I have gone ahead already and I've marked my C's on the diagonal and I've marked my G's on the diagonal. And you know what? I forgot to mark my H's, but you need to mark your H's on the diagonal. So I'll get that done too. We are going to start putting this together. Yeah, let's get started. C's, your G's, and your H's are marked on the diagonal. A and C are going to go together, D and G are going to go together, F and H are going to go together, and B and E's are our corners, so I'm going to set those aside. So I'm going to pretty much sew these all at the same time, just chain piece everything. So I'm going to take my A pieces, I'm going to take all of them, and I'm going to put my C piece on, so the diagonal goes from the top middle to the bottom left. And I'm going to do all 4 of those, and the same thing down here with D and G, except it's going to be smaller. Take my D and then take my G and put that on here so the diagonals from the top middle to the bottom left. And I'll do that for all 4 of those. And for my F and my H, I'm going to put these in opposite corners. So I'm basically, that line is going to be cutting off our corners. So I'm going to put 2 of these on and do 2 at a time. So just like we do on all of these snowballs and our flying geese, is we're going to sew on the line. We're going to trim 1/4 inch from the line, and we are going to be ironing towards, on our flying geese, towards the corner. And then she wants us to iron these seams open over here. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to get all of these sewn on the line, and we'll come back and get them trimmed. All right, so I just chain pieced all of these at the same time. They're different sizes, different colors, so they're pretty easy to keep track of. So we can do that. And now it's going to be the same on all of these, where we're going to trim 1/4 inch from this line. This piece in particular, we're going to iron these seams open, but the other pieces we are going to iron towards the corner. So trim the center piece like that, and then these flying geese, I put my 1/4 inch line on my seam, and then I trim it so I have that 1/4 inch seam. So that's how the flying geese are done and the center are done. And I'm going to get these all ironed up. Put the second half on. Okay, there's the first half of my flying geese, first half of my center block. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to put our diagonal from the top middle to the bottom right this time. And then again, I'm going to chain piece all of these together, come back and trim them 1/4 inch from my line, iron my flying geese towards the corner, and this center block is going to get the center ironed open again, the seams ironed open again. So, not too difficult. Like I said, a nice comforting block to put together each month. It's been a lot of fun. All right, I've got my center done, my little flying geese and my large flying geese. So now we're going to put together this center block. And to do that, we need 2 flying geese that are going to go like this. Or we're going to do it by rows. So that's 1 row. And then we've got 2 rows to make that are going to be identical. They're going to be like this. And then we can put our rows together from there. All right, so she wants us to iron all our seams open on here. So pretty simple. Let's start with this one because we want to, on this one, line up our points. It's probably a little hard to see here, but this point and this point we want to line up. And I'm just kind of going to eyeball that and clip it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Eyeball it, clip it. You can use pins. And then we can put these together too. So I'm going to get all these sewn up. I'm going to get all these seams ironed on, ironed open. And then we can put our little center block together, and then we just finish it out with the outer flying geese and patches we got sitting here. So, not too hard this month. There we go. I got my seams ironed open. Now all we need to do is put our rows together. I'm going to start by lining these points up just like I did before. And then line my seams up, which they line up pretty good anyway. And I'm going to do both rows at the same time, and our center block will be done, and we can start putting together our outer block. All right, there's my center block complete, and so what we can do now is take our big flying geese, and this is going to be our center row, and then same thing up here. We're going to have 2 of these rows, and I'm going to take our bees and sandwich that flying goose. Whoops. Make sure you know that your fabric is right side up because it's really hard to tell. And pretty simple here. We're gonna put this row together and we're gonna iron towards the patches. We're gonna put these onto here and we're gonna iron this open. That's what I'm gonna do, and there's no points to match, there's no seams to match. We can just start to put these together. Just like that. Pretty easy this month. All right, here's the 2 rows I did. Iron towards the patches, and then the center row, it has the seams ironed open. So now all we need to match are these seams that we just made. And then our block's gonna be done. Not too hard, and I've said that several times in this video, but it really is not too hard, and it's been a lot of fun to do. You know, sometimes you just need a comfort food block to work on. And when I say comfort food, I'm talking about the ease of it and the colors. It just makes me feel good when I'm done. So there you go. We are going to be ironing these seams open. And there we go, another beautiful block for the Designer Mystery Block of the Month. Number 11. My goodness gracious. Just seems like we started these. Not too hard to put together. Let me know if you're doing this and how it went together for you, but that really wasn't very hard to put together. Didn't take very long. A lot of fun to do. Turned out gorgeous. And I'm going to finish this out, and next month we actually finish this out with block 12. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun to see how it turns out. If you're new here and you want to see how this turns out, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and you can watch me put all of this together. And if you're following along, let me know how it's going for you. Where are you at? It's called Seashore. It's by Sherri McConnel and Chelsi Stratton. And I'll have their links down below so you can check them out. But anyway, I had fun making this block. I had fun making this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.